The next 2 to 3 years, the Dallas Mavericks are under a microscope. They have more pressure than any other team in the league right now. What's up, y'all? It's JC. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. Road to 10K, so if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you. Of course, in the basketball world, everyone has been talking about the Luka AD trade that went down Sunday morning, midnight on the East Coast. And later that day on Sunday, I dropped a video of my reaction of the trade, what I thought each team was doing from, the Mavs perspective, from the Lakers perspective. Now, to summarize it, basically I said from the Mavs perspective, they're trying to win right away. They're coming off a championship appearance. You trade Luka, which is, a huge loss, but you do get AD in return, who's a superstar himself, an NBA champion, one of the best two-way players in the game. The thing that really shocked me besides the overall trade itself is that the Mavs only got one first-round pick out of it, considering the fact that Luka is only 25 years old. He just led the team to an NBA Finals. Getting one first-round pick in return was quite puzzling to me. I know AD's a superstar, but he is 6 years older than Luka. And then more details started coming out about the trade, why Luka was traded in the first place, and what went into it. Like, who were the teams involved? Who else could have got Luka? And it turns out that Mavs GM Nico Harrison only talked to the Lakers. So Harrison must have been gung-ho about getting AD. That's the only explanation. And reports came out about why Luka got traded, as I mentioned earlier, because people just didn't see this coming. I read this article this morning. Brian Windhorst said that Luka-Mavs relationship was more fractured than anyone comprehended. I read this article and it basically just pointed out Luka's lack of conditioning, or his lack of seriousness when it comes to conditioning. And the Mavs just didn't want to sign him long term because he's up for big money. And then there's clips of the press conference that Nico Harrison and Jason Kidd had. And if you watch the clips, Nico Harrison is going on. He's talking about the trade and how it's going to benefit the team. And J Kidd is just sitting there, stonewall face, man. Nico's cracking jokes. J Kidd's not laughing, not grinning, not doing nothing, man. His face is just like, man, what just happened? If you make a move like this, you have to be 100% sure that your team is going to win an NBA championship. And I feel like that's what Nico Harrison thinks. Like, if he's going to do something like this, let him do it. But just know the next 2 to 3 years, the Dallas Mavericks are under a microscope. They have more pressure than any other team in the league right now to win a championship. In my opinion, more pressure than the reigning NBA champion Boston Celtics. So we'll have to wait and see. Maybe another big move is on the horizon for the Mavericks. I know today they traded Quentin Grimes in exchange for Caleb Martin. But if this doesn't work out for the Mavericks, man, I don't know. But I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the Luka AD trade.